Hey there! So, now that you've had a chance to reflect on your goal using the 4 pillars, purpose, joy, simplicity, and thoughts, let's zoom in on the one that tends to quietly derail everything if we don't keep an eye on it. Thoughts. This one's sneaky because you can have the most beautiful goal, all the right next steps, the ritual, the support, but if your thoughts are screaming, what's the point? You're going to mess it up anyway. Then of course it's going to feel hard. This is the part where your own mind starts playing tricks on you. But that doesn't mean anything's wrong with you. Thoughts are not facts. Let's get this really clear. Your thoughts are not facts. They are not instructions. They are not predictions. They are simply what your brain is producing right now, based on what it's learned, what it fears, what it wants to protect you from. Think of your brain like an oven. It bakes thoughts all day long. Some are delicious, empowering, motivating, beautiful thoughts. Some are burned. Doubt, fears, insecurity. And just like you wouldn't eat every single cookie that comes out of the oven, you don't have to believe every thought your mind offers you. We need to keep eating the good ones and know when to stop eating the burned ones. Adding sugar on top of it, positive thinking, forcing behaviors, etc., won't make the cookie taste better. You cannot unburn a cookie in the same way you cannot unthink a thought. It doesn't matter because another one will come along, a better one. Here is how I like to think about it. Most of us are walking around following an invisible script in our heads. It's the same old internal dialogue that shows up in moments of pressure, growth, or challenge. And it's not you, it's just a story you've been rehearsing for years. That script can be, I'm not good enough, I can't do this, I'm weak. We know cognitively that it's not true, but in moments of stress, it really feels true. Because when we're stressed, our unconscious likes to go back to what it knows, even when what it knows isn't serving you. It's like watching an actor play a role. Just because they've played a villain doesn't mean they are one. Your thoughts might sound harsh or hopeless, but that doesn't mean you are. So when those thoughts show up, I'm lazy, I'm not good enough, I'll never finish anything. Instead of arguing with them, trying to shut them down, you can just say, oh, there's that script again. You don't need to engage with it. You just need to notice it. Because when you name it, you stop being controlled by it. And keep in mind, most of our actions are out of our control. It means that when our script shows up, we tend to follow it. That's okay. The problem is how much we judge ourselves for the behaviors or feelings we have when that script is on. But you wouldn't judge an actor because he's played a bad guy in a movie, would you? You know it was just a role. You're just acting according to a script in these moments. And the quicker you let the judgment of that go, the quicker you get back in control. Here are examples of what your script can be. They are also called automatic negative thoughts, or ANTs. You might recognize some of these. All or nothing. If I can't do it perfectly, what's the point? Mind reading. They're probably judging me right now. Catastrophizing / overgeneralizing. When you use always or never. If I miss this workout, I'll never reach my goal. Labeling. I'm just lazy. Fortune telling. It's all over now. I won't recover from this. Blaming, when you blame yourself or others for everything. Guilting, using should or must and start creating limiting rules out of thin air. Sound familiar? We all have our own script. The key is not to ignore it or fight it, but to see it for what it is. That's just a thought, and I don't have to follow it today. A little neuroscience, because you know I can't help myself. When you have a thought, especially one loaded with emotion, your brain tags it as important. And the more often you believe it or act on it, the stronger that neural connection becomes. But the good news is your brain is plastic. You can unlearn the old scripts. You can build new ones. And it starts by noticing which thoughts lead to stuckness and choosing just once to not follow them. So what to do when the script takes over? So the next time your thoughts spiral or you feel that wave of, I can't, try this. Notice the script. What's the recurring story here? Categorize it. Mind reading, catastrophizing, blaming, whatever it is. Then ground yourself in reality. Ask, is this true right now? Not last year, not always, not before, now. Check in with yourself. How do I feel when I believe this script? Here, we are retraining your brain to notice more of the patterns who are not useful. If it's noticed as not useful, the brain will learn not to go there as much. Choose a truer thought. What's a truer statement? A better story. Something that you would rather believe, but also that is a more accurate representation of what's really going on. This is where we move away from drama and back into reality. We leave the script or the film that we made. And in reality, things are so much more manageable. So we can go from I will never succeed to I've had difficulties this week, but there are some things I could have done better. Suddenly, there's less doom, more opportunities. Or people hate me to I don't see eye to eye with that colleague. It's not about you anymore, which means it's easier to move forward, detach yourself from it. And finally, take one small step anyway. Now is your chance to learn or to let go. The two options you have in any given situation, the only two options that keep you in a creator mindset and away from the victim mindset. You can either learn something from what happened, a habit needs to change, an action needs to be taken, a conversation needs to be had, a boundary needs to be set, or you can let go. Not everything is worth paying attention to. Sometimes some things are just better if we let them go. It's more important to be at peace than to be right. So if someone you don't care about that much says something unsavory to you, a client made a snappy comment, once you stop taking it personally, ask yourself, can I let that go? If I do, how will that feel? Final reminder, you are not broken. You are not your thoughts. You are the one hearing your thoughts. And that means you always have a choice. Let the thoughts pass like weather. You don't have to chase them or fix them. You've got this. Just notice your thoughts. And for the love of God, stop eating the burnt cookies.